Hi, everybody. It's Mark Rushton of MarkRushtonGallery.com and also MarkRushton.com. And it is Saturday, July 16th, 2022. And just taking a little bit of break from the stuff I have to do around the house here today on Saturday. Been doing some errands and donating and stuff like that, cleaning, just kind of just general house maintenance sort of stuff, dejunking. It's always spring cleaning around here. And a kind of a gray day, and I really don't want to work in the yard because, well, it's tick season out there. There's deer in and out, and I don't want to be anywhere near where they are. And poison ivy season, you got to be really, really careful. And look at this. Yeah, I've switched over to the white shirts. I've switched over. I used to wear the black shirt. Now I wear the white shirt. That's just because I got them, right? I kind of like this. This is a good look, right? This is a pretty good look here. Look at this. Look at this here. Look, I have lost some weight in the past year. I have definitely lost some weight in the past. How much weight have you lost in the past year? I don't have a scale. I don't care about a scale. All I care about is how do the clothes fit? Am I going down or am I going up? Do the Karl Lagerfeld said, go down in size, but don't go up. I will take Karl Lagerfeld's advice. So who am I? Who am I? I'm Mark Rushton. I am a fine artist and a recording artist. And I kind of work in tech, but I don't talk too much about it. I have some odd interests, and I'm going to go through some of those today, kind of talk about that sort of thing. Because I'm kind of in a holding pattern this summer with regard to art, somewhat with regard to music. I may make something later this evening here. I kind of feel like I'm in that mode again. I do have a lot of recordings, music recordings, sound recordings that I do need to edit, but anytime in the next 6 months I can edit those. It's not a big deal. And really, I ought to make a new podcast. It's middle of the month. I should be making a new podcast. I might have some time for that later today as well. And if I do that, then I'll talk about that in tomorrow's daily catch up. Right. So this is the Art and Music Chat Saturday catch up with Rushton. And if you're not already, links are in the description because this URL is insane. Follow me on YouTube. Try to get me up to 500 subscribers. 500 subscribers. I'd love to be able to unlock the community tab. That'd be great. I think I'm currently at 365. So just follow me on YouTube. That'd be great. If you'd rather do everything with Facebook, that's fine. Facebook.com, Mark Rushton Gallery. You get these videos there. You get the Instagram there as well. And it's a great one-stop shop. And of course, if you're on Twitch, you're a rando and you're just discovering me because I showed up in the art category, right? And so twitch.tv/ambient Rushton. Hope to be doing some live art videos and maybe some live improvisational ambient music too via Twitch in the future if I can ever figure out how to do the audio here within StreamYard. I don't have time to deal with that right now. I got a lot going on. So let's talk about the Saturday catch-up, art and music chat. Let's just kind of go through here real quick. I have not made a reel for the day. I've not done an Instagram post of the day. I'll do that later today. I like to do this at different times of the day because I tend to think that it doesn't matter. I know if you go in out there and you Google what's the best time to post on Instagram and what's the best time to do a reel, don't believe anything you read on Google because that's whoever paid the money is, and then that's how that works. You're throttled and you're steered in a particular direction. So don't Google, right? And anyway, I've made reels, I've made posts, and I don't think it really matters. Well, do the hashtags matter? Who uses hashtags to get around? Not that many people. I mean, if you want to regard hashtags as sort of like metadata or maybe a keyword description for that sort of thing, maybe it moves the needle a little. Don't spend too much time on it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry I don't have the cheat codes, but I just, I throw a few out there, at least as far as the posts are concerned. As you can see here, very simple with the rural line painting here. Mark Rushton Gallery. That's for the people who really want to take. Well, let's see what that Mark Rushton Gallery is all about, right? And then you click on that, and what happens? And then you find all the posts tagged with Mark Rushton Gallery, which is kind of interesting, but I don't think most people operate like that. Paintings, abstract art, Iowa, yellow. Let's just be I'm very direct. I I I don't I don't want to be spammy, right? I just don't want to be spammy or anything like that. I don't want to be incorrect or trying to chase the cheat codes. That's a bad way to do things. It's a bad way to do things. And then the reel was good yesterday. Let's see if we can play this here. This one actually got us, you know, I like to what I've done in the past is I've taken the paintings or the loose paintings and pulled them out of the sheets and everything like that. But really, I have everything scanned. So it's like, why don't I just use this absolutely beautiful display here and make reels and posts the uh, the images because they look better. They look real, right? Whereas if I use the camera, the lighting in the room may not be good. So that's kind of how I think I'm gonna be doing things in the future. It's like when I want to do a reel or post, I'll just go out to my catalog and use this other display that have over here that I um, like a lot. It's a little too large and it's super bright and white and it's great. It's perfect. So that there you go. There you go with that. And I'm up to 164 followers. I've gained 2 in the last day. That's wonderful. Just 2 a day is perfectly fine. Where will you be in a year? Well, like do the math, right? I'll be close to 1,000. You know, that's where I'd like to be eventually. I'd like to, that's just more people following. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be art buyers or anything like that, but they're people that pay attention. Maybe down the road, maybe something will show up in their feed and they'll be kind of like intrigued and like, why did I follow him? Oh, he's good. Or maybe I should join his mailing list. Or, oh, he does live art shows. Maybe I should watch one. Oh, he lives down the street from me, something like that. I don't know. Speaking of other people that I don't follow that many people on Instagram. I know there's a tendency out there for artists to follow 3,000 people, but there's no way you could possibly follow you and pay attention to all that sort of stuff. So again, I don't like to be like super fake or anything about that. So if I follow you, and I have another channel, I have another profile that I use to follow people, just to follow them, and I take a look at that very uh, not as often, but I do actually kind of check it out every now and then because it's something. It's like, well, let's see where they are, where they've been, if they're posting, all that sort of stuff. But there's a certain number of people that I do follow because I actually am interested in what they do, and I do want to follow along one way or the other, whether it be a mailing list or YouTube channel or Instagram or whatever. As long as they continue to post over time and be real, then I'm going to follow along. And here's one from Lisa Armstrong Noble. Here's another painter out there. I'm going to buy something from her eventually. She's very good, and probably later this year, I will buy a painting from her. But I got a great quote in here, talking about Max Ernst, and it's from Joseph Mills. And then just a little confessional underneath here. Knowing that I have my whole lifetime to make my best work, I choose to put the time in to stay strong and healthy, even if that means time away from the easel. And that is absolutely true. Artists out there, we have the hardest time as it is, just being artists. So many artists I've known over the years do not choose the healthy path, or what they think is the healthy path is really not the healthy path. And It's good. You got to do what you got to do. And like lately, I've been out walking more, and I have not really exercised in the past year as I've lost my weight, and because I figured out what I need to be eating and what I need to not be eating, and what times to eat it and when not to eat. And I don't eat breakfast anymore. I gave up breakfast about a year ago. I barely ate anything for breakfast for a long time, and then I completely gave that up about a year ago. And it's great. Aren't you starving? No. You know why? Because I really, other than the Tic Tacs, that's the only sugar I have. Really, that's just really about the only sugar that I have. I cut out sugar. I cut out refined grains. I cut out seed oils. What do you eat? Do you eat anything? Yes, yes, I eat very well. Thank you very much. Delicious food, largely that I prepare myself. Although every now and then, everybody wants to go to get something at Culver's or Freddy's or something like that. Yeah, I'll have something with a little ketchup on it and a bun. I'm not super ridiculously strict or anything like that, but I have my ways. And I don't know, just losing the weight, and transforming myself again. I've done it a couple of times over the years, but I've gotten off because I didn't know what to eat. I didn't know when to eat. Uh, uh, you know, and I just I don't drink anymore, and it's not like I had a drinking problem. I think when you hit about 50, for some people, and this is the same thing with I noticed this with my parents, that they haven't had even a little 7-ounce Olympia in the last, I can't even, decades, right? Just alcohol, just you know, for some people, there's no interest in that sort of thing anymore. Or you have one, you're like, why did I have this? I feel like crap. I only had one. So there's that. And so I've like pretty much like I've been like giving away the wine. And I have nice wine. I had really nice wine. Gave away a Champollion Vouvray on Thursday. I said to Liz, I was like, "Hey, do you want this wonderful French wine here? Oh, I can't. I can't. You got to take it. It's really good. It's really good. Why don't you drink it?" I'm like, I kind of don't drink anymore, and it's not. I don't have a problem. It just doesn't do anything for me anymore. I would rather get a good night's sleep. So old now. You're becoming a boomer. Get off my lawn. Well, hold on here. You can't even read this. Well, no one's actually hanging out anyway, so maybe they'll watch the replay of this here. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, knowing I have my whole lifetime to make my best work, I choose to put the time in to stay strong and healthy, even if that means time away from the easel. That's true. That's true. You have to do all this other stuff as an artist in order to have that good life, working into your, advanced years. And I'm 55. I want to be able to still be making recordings and paintings when I'm, in my 70s, 80s, 90s if I'm lucky. I don't know. Get some longevity in my family, particularly if you stay somewhat healthy during your life, right? There's other things that interest me as well. And I think for the studio, for the new studio, I think I'm probably going to splurge and get one of these autonomous smart desks. It's a standing desk, and they are reasonably priced. I think for a desk, for a standing desk, definitely, because when I was working on site, I had a manual standing desk, and that thing was heavy and expensive and manual. Whereas these autonomous, I've known about autonomous for a few years here, and watched their ads and seen their products in action, not live, but on video. And they are, super neat. And so they have this, the Smart Desk Pro here, the standing desk, 24 deep by 43 wide, which is about as big as this desk. The desk that I'm using right here is kind of like a sawhorse type of desk with tempered glass on top, and I do like it. I do like it, but my gosh, if I could get something like that, that'd be good. And of course, they have a little bit. larger version of it here. Let's see what the difference is. 649, 699. You can get the classic here. 29 deep, which I think is about what this is. 53 high. And then, of course, they have this crazy thing here, 70.5 by 30. I don't think I need that. I think this is probably the one for me. And then on the side there, I would probably use, maybe this desk here as a secondary desk, But I do like the ability to, stand up, maybe do some live video. That would be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool to stand up at your desk and do the live video. And then behind you have the art behind you and be able to pick the camera up and have it work and not have to worry about the Wi-Fi and it's just so many things. That's in my brain here. Man, in the next couple of months here, I will probably order something like that. And there it is. And so what else have I been interested in lately? Well, I just recently, this has popped into my queue here is the YouTube channel. What is this thing called? Ringway Manchester. He's got about 47,000 subscribers. And he makes these videos about different types of radio things around Manchester and London and stuff like that. And one of the more recent ones was about London pirate radio. And so that's always fascinated me, particularly all these sort of rogue radio stations that do breakbeat, drums and bass, house and jungle. Seems like it's what is it, 1994 all over again, right? The big Ronnie Size and the what's the other one? The Goldie. Back in the day, everybody was doing. Remember when David Bowie was doing jungle, right? Good for them. That stuff's and then he's just kind of into kind of a general radio things too, which I've always been to all my life. The number stations, uh, all the broadcasting to spies and field agents and stuff like that. That's interesting. So I'm kind of devouring that lately for fun. The other thing that I've watched that I was turned on to was Deadwood Tobacco Company, which is a cigar and tobacco store, I guess in Deadwood, South Dakota. And so they've got a little podcast out there. And I've been watching it on YouTube, although I need to find it's on Podbean. It doesn't seem to be findable in the Android podcast app that I use, which one do I use here? Podkicker Pro. But I will give it another shot here. I mean, the thing about these podcasts is that they really ought to have their RSS feed available, and it needs to be kind of simple or whatever. So I will try to get that into my phone here. But look at this here. History on these guys talking about the history of Deadwood, South Dakota. Fascinating stuff. I've never been there. I don't think I've even been to South Dakota. And I'm about almost a little over halfway into this one here. Fascinating. So only 17 people have watched this video here in the last several days here, but these guys are interesting. I don't smoke cigars. Maybe I should take that up every now and then. I don't know. I've tried them in the past, and it's, again, like alcohol, it's done nothing for me. It's just kind of like, well, if there's the taste of tobacco, am I getting cancer yet? So that's kind of interesting. The other thing that I continue to watch as well is disc golf. Mainly the women's disc golf, just because I don't even throw as good as them. And so nowhere close. I mean, these gals can throw 400 feet. And on a good day, if I throw it 200 feet, that's lucky. And for me. And so I appreciate the fine work. And the men just, 600, it's not a problem for them. No problem. They'll be like eagling this hole here, right? They can throw it straight and all this. Absolutely incredible. I'm off in the halfway into the weeds half the time. So that's another thing that I like to do. I like to get out and throw some discs every now and then, the different disc golf courses in the area. So So anyway, yeah, we're 20 minutes into this here. My gallery is out here at markrushtongallery.com. You can sign up for my mailing list. There's a pop-up that comes up, or you can scroll down the bottom here. Eventually, there's going to be exclusive deals for people on the mailing list as I get back into making more art here in the fall. I do have a weekly sale that's out there, super deep discounts on original paintings. I've also got my prints out there. My most recent print series is based on thermal printed photographs that have been adhered to synthetic paper, kind of colorized with acrylic ink and acrylic paint. And of course, these are available on different types of surfaces, such as metal, acrylic, and fine art paper, and things like that. Also available out at the Mark Rushton Gallery. I mean, you can just look around. It's just a gallery. It's just for fun. But then I also have merch out there. I'm going to call. I may eventually call this the gift shop, right? But I have tote bags out there, starting at very reasonable prices, and I'm going to be making things exclusively for the tote bags in the future. And as well, also, kind of talking about the future as far as the prints are concerned. In the fall here, I'm going to be buying a dye sublimation printer and a heat press. I'll be making my own small, limited editions, micro editions, single editions. I'm new to that, so that's something that's going to be coming down the line here soon. And of course, I'm also a recording artist. I still have some compact discs from the years of yore out there, from days of yore, from the past. So those are available as well. And of course, like I said, I'm a fine artist and also a musician. I've been a recording artist for 20 years. I've been a member of ASCAP for over 20 years. I publish under many different names. And do okay on the streaming services in aggregate, right? In general. But recently, I've started expanding my catalog out into stock music licensing, and in the next year here, I'm going to be expanding, hopefully, into synchronization licensing. Because every now and then, Ann will be watching. My wife Ann will be watching something on the Hulu Netflixy thing, and she'll say this kind of sounds like the sort of music that you make. And I'll come out there and I'll say, yeah, that does kind of sound like sort of like the music that I make. Well, you should try to get your music onto. Well, good luck. There's a million other musicians out there doing that, but dip my toe into that. It's easy for me to eventually get into this. I think I just need to kind of study it a little bit more, and all that. So, and that's all out at markrushton.com. Again, all the links are out there in the description. More about me, more about my channel. So listen, I just wanted to get a Saturday catch up, and just kind of show those things off there. I'll be back with another probably chat on Sunday, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks for showing up, Twitch. Appreciate it. Talk to you later.